semen retention while in a relationship. Now, this is going to be, going to be difficult for most of you guys being on semen retention while you're in a relationship. But see, if you're the one that wear the pants in the relationship and you are the man, and whatever you say goes in the relationship, then you could be on semen retention. For you guys that simps, that's in a relationship, and you trying to please your woman, you got that simp mindset. You guys not gonna be able to practice this unless you get out of that simp mindset. But for the guys that actually wear the pants in the relationship and whatever you say goes, you can actually do semen retention while you're in a relationship. You just got to tell her that you're trying to retain the game, and it's going to benefit her. See, if you say it's going to benefit her while by you being on semen retention, you retaining, and you doing better in life and making more money, then she'll believe you, then she'll understand, and then she'll be down with what you are down with. But guys, what you basically got to do is, man, you just got to know how to be in a relationship on semen retention. And how to be in a relationship on semen retention is, now this practice is very hard for a lot of guys, but it's called non-ejaculatory sex. Now, non-ejaculatory sex is when you have sex, but you don't have an orgasm. Yeah. See, you can have sex and not have an orgasm. You can do that. But you are taught subconsciously and by social media and society that you can't do that. You taught that you can't do that. Yes, you can. You can go in, a woman. There's just like a woman that you had sex with probably in the past. She felt loose to you or whatever the case is, and you didn't even have an orgasm. That was non-ejaculatory sex, what you did. You could do the same thing while in a relationship, or whatever the case is. Not necessarily saying that your woman have to be loose or whatever the case is to you, or whatever the case is, right? You just got to have a lot of self-control. Or you could just stop having sex. You know what I'm saying? You can still cuddle with your woman, kiss your woman, but not have sex. So you got to have a lot of self-control. See, you got to really be in control of yourself while you are in a relationship. This is the only way you're going to be able to practice this. You got to be really in control of yourself and really in control of your relationship. See, the reason why a lot of you guys in these relationships wondering, how I'm going to do semen retention, because a lot of times you pleasing that woman. You're not really in control. Your woman is in control. And you are afraid to lose her, so you will do anything that she says. So that's why you can't practice semen retention while you're in a relationship, because you don't wear the pants. You don't make the rules. You don't set the standards. You got to set the standard as a man. Real men, we set the standards in a relationship. The woman follow us. The woman do what we say. For guys that are out, for guys that are not afraid to lose women. But if you are afraid to lose women, you're afraid to lose that woman, it's not going to happen. You're going to be trying to please her, and you're going to just end up keep relapsing and relapsing and relapsing. But if you are in control of your mind, and you are in control of your feelings, and you are in control of your relationship as a man, you can practice non-ejaculatory sex. Or you could just cut sex, period. If your woman just don't want to have sex, she okay with not having sex with you, and nothing going on, you really trust her, and you don't feel like she's creeping behind your back having sex with Pookie or Ray Ray or Chad or Tyrone, then you could do it. And y'all both, when y'all grind and not having sex or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? She's not having sex outside the relationship with other guys, anything like that, you could do it. And you having self-control, you could do it. So you got really two options. You can have non-ejaculatory sex, which most guys, I know for a fact, can't do. They're going to end up relapsing. Most guys will end up relapsing unless you really have a lot of control. To have non-ejaculatory sex, you got to have a lot of control. And you got to know how to breathe right and everything. But if you can't do that, then just cut sex out, period. Cut it out, period. So you can actually build up your semen so you can become more masculine. Your relationship probably is going to get better, actually. I'm trying to tell you, because you're not having sex, because you're not relapsing. Your relationship with that one probably is going to get really better. You're going to be more logical. You're going to be more masculine. You're going to make better decisions. Because when you relapse, and you can't, it's hard to make, really wise decisions as if you are on semen retention in a relationship. It's going to be way harder. And you're gonna be making more money too. So your girl gonna like that too. So trying to tell you, the relationship is gonna get better. Cut out sex with your woman. Or get into a relationship with a woman and tell her that you're going on semen retention. And if she agree to do it, watch how better y'all relationship be. Y'all not just having sex. Watch how it be. Watch how better it get. No, when you start having sex with that woman, that's when y'all both become emotional and all the fighting starts, the insecurity starts showing up and the lack of work ethic, the struggling with, sometimes finances. That's when everything go wrong. When you start having sex and you start relapsing. But when you save your energy, you become more logical. You stay logical as a man. You stay masculine. And she stays in her feminine frame because she can feel your masculine energy. And she notices that you are in your masculine energy. Watch how better your relationship becomes when y'all not having sex and you on semen retention. But yeah, it's possible to be on semen retention in a relationship, man. It is definitely possible. So don't let nobody tell you that it's not possible. Yeah, it's not possible for that guy because he lacks self-control. His woman probably manipulating him, telling him what to do because he's afraid that he's not going to get what's between her legs. So he rather relapse and feel like trash. But you as a man, you really want to take your life to the next level. You really want to better your relationship. You want your relationship to be better. You want your finances to be better in the relationship. You want to live a happier lifestyle. You really want to build that woman. Tell her that you want semen retention. You got to tell her that you want semen retention. You got to tell her that you're about self-improvement. You got to tell her that you're on a spiritual journey. You got to tell her the benefits of semen retention. Of sexual transmutation. You got to let her know that. Don't be afraid to let your woman know that. This is spiritual, man. This is spiritual. Let her read the benefits. Look, go on Google and type in semen retention benefits or whatever. Let her read the benefits. And she can be like, okay, my man is going to be more masculine. My man is going to be more powerful. My man is going to make me more money. Well, not make her more money. Make you more money or make the relationship more money. She going to be thinking that. But that's what she going to be thinking. Oh, he's going to make me more money. Ooh, he got more energy. Ooh, he got more focus. Ooh, he's more masculine. Ooh, he's more aggressive. Ooh, he's got a deeper voice. That's what she going to think. She going to think. So you got to have her thinking that's going to benefit her. So let her read the benefits. So she's going to be thinking, okay, this is going to benefit me financially because she's going to be making more money for me. But really, you know what I'm saying? Y'all going to be doing things together. But I'm trying to tell you, you're going to be in more masculine energy in a relationship. Trust me, you could do it. A lot of you guys that's in relationships, y'all just not direct, man. Be direct. Be harsh when it comes to the truth, bro. Don't be harsh don't be scared to tell the truth. Don't be scared to expose the truth about what you're trying to do, man. You're trying to better your life. And if she does not want to agree to do semen retention, non-ejaculatory sex, or whatever the case is, she don't want to engage in that with you, get rid of her. Get rid of her, bro. Do it by yourself, and the income that she make and the income that you make, you probably going to double that. You probably going to double that. By yourself. You probably going to be making the income she makes and what you make. By yourself on semen retention, and she don't want to, she don't want to, get down with it, get down. If she don't want to comply. So guys, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, it's a powerful thing in a relationship too. You're going to be more masculine, man. You're going to be in your masculine energy. You're not gonna be weak. A lot of women know that a man releasing sperm, it makes him weaker. A lot of women know that. But a lot of you men don't know that, unfortunately. And this is why your relationship is not going how you want to go. This is why your relationship is not, you're not really in a happy relationship. Because you're not better yourself. You coming home relapsing after work and feeling like trash, feeling depressed.